Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this here so uh on this here so 11 June 2025 12 June 2025 this sunrise. We have our results. So for the shield it's gonna be rank 1 of the stone, rank 1 of the gold. Platinum, I'm gonna get rank 2 of platinum, which is really good. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I would prefer rank 1, but it's all good. It's all good. And finally, the important part is what did I get? So we got rank 13 of platinum. However, sword was already in platinum, so it's not a big deal, and actually is higher than what it used to be. So yeah, that's it. This is the bomb. This is the bomb. We're gonna make a couple of videos. That is pretty much it. Okay. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. Hope you guys are doing well on this 12 June 2025. We're eating habanero cheese. In New Zealand, habanero cheese. I got a couple of videos to do. With kind of a low batteries, but so after this we're gonna go sleep. No. I'm gonna see my father in 2 hours. So, let me present to you this and rice. There's nothing special about it. However, the reason why it's so high is because you see all those clouds? They were covering it before. So it didn't appear for a while. That's some good cheese. Yeah. Now, just need to be doing some videos. Don't blink, it's your brain. Welcome to the show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 12th June 2025. As you can see, it is really early. The sun is rising right now. Right? It is 6:01 a.m. And today's video is kind of freaking simple. Um, Yesterday was the strawberry moon. I'm not gonna talk about it again. I think that you guys got the idea. I think that you guys got what was going on. And then it was a platera of, I wouldn't say negativity per se, but I would say negative emotion. My reaction to it, my perception of it, how did I perceive things, how did I react, how did I feel, right? And in itself, I'm gonna come back at it because right now this is part fucking 8. Uh, I know it's part 8, and I would love to say that those parts are like 10 minutes each, which would only give you like an hour to like 2 hours. No, what am I saying? 80, that's an hour 20. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired if you can tell. Um, I was talking about how pointlessness and everything. But then again, and this is what life has. I truly believe in fate. I truly believe in a higher power. I truly believe in something that will push you to act in a certain way, right? Lately, um, that was a month ago, by the way. A month ago, we started watching Turner Park, and it was fantastic. I was having a good old time, a great old time. I must admit, I must say. And I was like, well, you know what? It doesn't get really better than this, right? And then I was reminiscent of Kenny vs. Penny, right? So it took me 3 weeks to cover Trailer Park Boys, and then last week we started Kenny vs. Penny, right? Now, the funny thing is, we just finished season 2, and in season 2, which was 2 days ago, there's an episode called "Who is a Better Tortoise?" Right? Now again, I know what you're saying. Oh, Ink, another one of your side tension, bro. Just focus on the points. Trust me, it is worth it. So during this show, Penny, which I prefer Katie by the way. So this is the very rare time that I'm very one time. Whoa, a very rare time that I'm gonna refer to myself as doing some spinnyism. Right? That's not a word. I just made it up. I'm gonna trademark it and I'm gonna sue every single asshole that's gonna use it. Trust me. So, maybe if I do this is better actually. Yeah, this is much better. Because then I'm looking down. Because we're playing the tower and we're having the camera. Usually we put the tower here, the camera here. Kind of look down on it. How's the quality of the camera? Quality of the camera is good? Good. Should have probably checked this half an hour ago, but fuck it. We just started. So, it's not a big deal. Should have done a short. Give me a sec. Oh my fucking god. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. Doing well on this 12 June 2025. To me, it's the 11th because we didn't go to sleep. However, there's a nice sunrise, so I'm gonna be chilling, gonna be making some videos. The weather is phenomenal, so let's take advantage of the good weather when it's not raining, when it's not piss poor outside. Yeah, it'll be good times. There you go. See, a short. So during the episode, they go in and they're trying to find a news story, right? Like, okay, I understand. But again, you're asking yourself, how does this relate to you? It kind of does. So then, Stanley goes in and he makes an article on how it felt to be looking for something as badly as he was, to be willing to go at a darker side, on a dark path to get information or to get a scoop, right? And one of my complaints about yesterday about having inspiration, right? And it wasn't about having ideas to make videos. So right now we're doing a lot more recapped original content, which is great. But making original content is on my pride, right? I'm extremely happy that we're making the content that we're doing. Again, I feel like listening to Lorna Shore, Paper Man. where did it go when I close my eyes? Which is great. So yesterday I was complaining about lacking that inspiration, right? And then this, to me, this is insane. There's no way that there's no faith. There's no way that I don't have a guardian angel, an ange gardien, as French would say. Because I was lacking content. I was lacking inspiration. Yet when I was faced with a problem, which was yesterday, and the feeling of pointlessness and the feeling of not being purposeful, right? Which is a shitty feeling, by the way. That wasn't important. That wasn't important at all. What was important instead was the fact that we were open, vulnerable. We were verbalizing our emotion, which we don't do so often. And when I say we, I mean me, but anybody that feels like they're feeling the same situation is included. So this is why we're choosing to say we, not I. So, we don't verbalize our emotion a lot because it feels weak. You feel like I'm being a pussy. When being a pussy, you should be applauded, because it is the organ of a woman. It is the way to have fun, but it's also the way to give birth. Let's celebrate pussies all over the world, and we're just like pussy cute little guys. So I made 8 now. Today is number 9 videos on that, and then I have to say thank you because I was motivated, right? And then I started verbalizing, and like I mentioned, my guard came down. And because my guard came down, there was a water flood of information, of repressed feeling that I had over the weeks, over the months. When was the last time that I had a heart-to-heart conversation with you guys? When is the last time we had a heart-to-heart, or I let my guard down and I totally let you in the mental state, right? And I don't know. Not because I don't mean to be. Oh my god. Again, ADHD. Not because I don't want to, but because I don't need to. Again, with the feeling of wanting and needing, and the very thin line that separates them, right? A line so thin, you don't even see it. You have to wear glasses, and this guy don't have glasses right now. So yes, so this is insane. And then I was like, oh, Kitty was just thinking, right? And just like Spain, right now what we're doing is we're doing some 9 videos, right? 9 videos, and those 9 videos are all thanks to the fact that we hit rock bottom, which was the last day, yesterday's videos. It's not normal. Like for example, right now, you're seeing that the sun is kind of high. I was praying for no sunrises today. And to the Bible. This is not the Bible, this is my chest. But if you look at the shirt says fate. Again, was this all planned? No, it wasn't. There's just a odds of luck. May the odds be in your favor. Katniss. Why did nobody like Peeta? Because of Gil? Because we love Katniss. Who knows? It's just tough. It's just really tough because those 9 videos that I'm making because I get to be open with you guys. Like I said, I was dating this girl in January, and one of her favorite video is that I cried because oh, it showed that you're vulnerable. Then you ask my boy Janice, and he says, oh, I love when you fucking go to the grocery store. I'm like, okay, well, completely different demographic, right? Completely different wants and need. Did the ex need me to be more vulnerable? Or did my boy needed to see me go outside to have the feeling that he's also going outside? And I don't know. But we went down a dark path. Something that happened once a year should be more exciting. But then, like I said, this is not the worrying part. The worrying part is that in 13 days, so less than a week, no, not even 12 days, which happens to be a day, today, today is gonna be the day that I'm coming back for you. Today is Thursday. So next Saturday, or the one after, we have the Saint Jean. Now, why is that Saint Jean important? You say say one word in French and the whole accent come back. Why is that Saint Jean important? Oh, see, phone is too hot, so it won't allow me to film. However, we do have the remedy for that. The remedy for that, oh, well, color me silly, cause it didn't change shit. Don't know why it did, but it wasn't turned to shit. Um, why is that important? Because we having this. Okay, why is that important? It's very simple. So you would see the child and the way we grow and the way we grew and then what we did, right? And if you would see the channel, you would see a bunch of games that I played twice. You would see also a bunch of food that I review, right? And then if you're lucky enough, you'd find reviews that I did twice, right? And then if you're lucky enough, you see that there's a difference, right? Or there's possibly no difference. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But these, I can go to the store right now and buy a Monster Energy drink, the original, and I can make a 6th or 5th or 6th or 7th video about it. I could also watch the previous videos this morning. That way, I don't see the same thing. And then you have the Strawberry Moon, you have the Saint Jean, and then a week later, exactly a week, you have Canada Day. Which is great, right? Amazing. However, what if I don't want to get excited, right? This happens once a year, but it's also something that is very important for a couple of reasons. Well, the first one, which is super simple, it gave me like a party, like a city party. You guys know that I love the city that I live in. I love the city to die for. I want to die here. I wanna be buried in Lachine, right? And I know this sounds crazy, but hey, a man can't cheat, right? Which is weird to say. I'm 22. Maybe we don't bury people in 50 years. Or maybe I die tomorrow. Who knows? It's a way to see the city. It's a way to see a party. A way to celebrate something that's part of me. I am French Canadian, the good kind. And that's my roots, right? My name, Stéphane Charest, is fucking French, right? Even my real name, Stéphane Antoine Mina Charest, French, Egyptian French. Mina, by the way, is son. My mom, you can tell that my mom was inspired. My mom was really inspired. Instead of saying this is my son, she said this is the son. You know, very inspired. You know, you definitely know where I get my artistic side from. Not my dad. Don't worry about it, mom. Mom was watching it. I love you, mom. So yeah, if I don't want to get excited, my dad. Now with the monster, I can do this. I can do. See the monster. I'm talking about monster, but I'm talking about every single food that I ever tasted. There's no problem. I can just go to the store and buy another one. If I didn't like this video, I'll do another video. So who gives a shit, right? But then with an event like that, this is the craziest fucking thing. I was working, right? Agency finally called me. Got to say my ass, and I was finally working. And I'm calling my parents, right? But I wanted to tell some good news. And what I do now is something that you should never do. But I did it. I was playing Dead Cell. And I was a bit bored. So I said, I'm gonna call my mom and I'm gonna call my father. Right? Now, I didn't think about it, but Dead Cell is installed on this phone. Say hi. Hi phone, how are ya? Hi phone, how are ya? And this is the phone that I used to call. So I go in, right? And I'm talking to the phone. And it's recording the gameplay. And after that, I'm like, holy fuck. I recorded my conversation on the phone, right? But then I'm like, I'm tired. I'm like, I'll edit it tomorrow. And then, truth is, I had a really good talk with my parents yesterday. I talked to my father for 20 minutes on the phone, which we never do. I talked to my mom for 14 minutes. My mom usually will call a lot. We'll talk a lot. Right? We'll talk for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. My father is a bit more like, hey, I got shit to do. But yesterday he was in a good mood, so we talked for 30 minutes, 4 minutes total. And my mom and I come in and I'm like, hey. Well, they're making a conversation. They were both super happy. They were both in good news. It's a good conversation. It is a shame that it was recorded, but it wasn't the goal. Like, there's just moments, right? And this is a true story. I'm at work and my boss doesn't trust me with the phone because like, oh, you're addicted to the phone. Okay. And he said put it in the office, right? And then I made a mistake, and instead of just recording the media, I'm recording microphone and media. So I have 8 hours of him talking, right? Now this video is muted. However, even if he wasn't talking, he was talking in Romanian. So I don't even know what he did. I don't even know what he said, right? Which is nuts. It's nuts, you know. But then with my parents, so like this is a good conversation. This is fun. Even if people see it, it's not like they're telling me secrets, and it's a great moment, right? It's like this person, right? And it's like a Christmas party, right? This person is recording and they're saying, hey, say hi to camera, and you know that they're filming and you don't give a fuck, right? That's pretty much it. And then when I wake up, I realized that it didn't film the conversation. Like, fuck, that was a good conversation. So I went from holy shit, I recorded by mistake, to, well, it's a good conversation, not a big deal, to then, fuck, I don't have the recording. What changed? Right? It's a perception of the conversation. If it was a positive thing, I'm going to show you guys, but if it's a negative thing, it wasn't a show. And then, also, with the conversation, it was just talking, right? There was no meaningful anything. We're just, right? And then, if purpose was emotion, then was it purposeful enough for me to have a conversation on record? Not really, right? So again, a want versus a need, a purpose versus a meaningful. Whether signal purposes is meaningful, you know. You can pick up a dog poop, or your dog poop. Hopefully, you're not going around and pick up a dog poop. You pick up your dog poop, right? And then you ask yourself, what is the purpose of that, right? The purpose is to keep the city clean. So if you make your effort to keep it clean, other people will make an effort to keep it clean, and at the end your city will be clean, right? But then the meaning behind it is this is your puppy, this is your boy or your daughter, if you will, and you know, they're animals. They don't understand that, hey, you shouldn't poop in public, you know. But then again, the meaning is nonsensical. You'll take the dog out every single day and it'll poop every single day, right? The purpose of keeping the city clean is important. So it's really weird. It's really, really weird. You know? I was talking about how such a thin line between meaningless and useful, right? It's not a defined line. It's not within the sand. Sometimes it's a bit more towards meaningful. Sometimes it's more towards purposeful, right? So it's a variable, right? And then the way you worked at it is you think you critical information. So you understand the situation, you understand your situation, and then you realize, okay, well, this is what I gotta do. This is a problem. This is a solution. This is what I gotta do to get to a solution. Hmm? But what if the problem is the way you perceive things? Hmm? What if the problem was that? Hmm? And what if the solution to perceiving something was to perceive it another way? Hmm? See, I'm gonna go back to the care system, which is a video that I really enjoy doing. And it's a video that I mentioned more than once, more than twice. A bunch of times, right? Maybe the solution is to think something else. Maybe the solution is to perceive something else. Maybe I should look around and see that other people don't have this problem. So I should like other people, right? Now, am I willing, or care system, do I care enough to change the way I act? Do I care enough to change the way I act to fit in? Nah. Do I care enough to avoid myself some suffering by fitting in? Yeah. And at the end, still the same question. What was the meaning? Well, I want to avoid pain. What was the purpose? To fit in. No, that's not the way around. What is the purpose? To avoid pain. What is the meaning of it? To fit in. And in this case, the purpose was something that you should have done a long time ago. I was talking to this. It's a funny story actually. So I'm talking to Kay, right? Well, Kay is a friend. She came to my live, we started talking. I made a couple of weird jokes. She laughed at them, and then she said some weird things. Not weird thing in the sense of whoa, it's weird, but it's in a weird sense of like, okay, you got kind of a unique humor, right? And I fuck with that. And she made a video, right? She was like about how she had a store next to her, well, in her neighborhood, that had the special pastry, and she loved it. And she was like, "Oh, I'm the diva of this." And I go into the comment just for jokes, and I'm like, I'm gonna steal your crown. This crown is mine, right? And then she's laughing, right? Because she knows it's a joke, and she knows me. And there's other person came in and answered the comments like a weird thing to say, and I'm like, oh, so insightful. Glad I asked, right? In a perfect world, I am allowed to say whatever I want. I'm not hurting anybody, right? Of course, if you're hurting people left and right, you're an asshole. But if you're saying anything that you want and nobody gets hurt, then what is the problem? Then I was a bit of a dick. And I told her, oh, so insightful. We talked. And the worst thing I've been saying on TikTok in the last 10 seconds, right? But then, what was the problem was, I did it on her video. And I know that I didn't start a drama, but it's still drama on my friend's page. It's kind of shitty, right? So the meaning was to defend myself. The purpose was to hurt two people, you know? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. It was this other person way back. So this is another crazy story. I had this gaming account, which I still do on TikTok, and I swear to God, because the truth is, I had a gaming account for TikTok, but I didn't use it. So I had like 12 people following, and I was following 20 people, right? And there was this girl in my follow list, and the people I follow, right? Because I got a special technique in follows, which is basically seeing the mutual, right? So seeing the mutual, you're like, okay, well, he knows that person, and he knows this person, so he's cool. And she had like 4 out of the 20 mutual. I'm like, okay, no problem. So then, I'm not really using the, I'm not really posting on it. But I'm still using it because it's complex. So on the normal channel, I got 8,900 something followers, right? And then this is an insane story. And then my algorithm is all fucked up. There's no algorithm, right? So I was using the gaming channel as kind of like a viewing experience. As like, yeah, as a viewer. So because I have very little follows, the people that did post that day, for example, if there's 10 people that follows, you're watching more than 10 videos per day on TikTok, right? So you tend to see the people that they created. So I would like videos because I'm like, dude, you put in the effort, right? So then this girl had her friend DM me and kind of insult me and kind of saying, yo, tombstone for you, shit like that. So I'm seeing this guy, and at that point, you see, it's a tough story. There's also something I did say. On the main channel, I was getting really, 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 I wouldn't say bullied because it's social media, but I was getting a lot of hate, right? A lot of hate. And I also would go on the gaming channel because nobody knew the gaming channel. It's not, you never see me gonna promote shit, right? You never gonna see me promote shit. So like a advent for 8. Then I get this one DM is hateful. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not gonna extend for it. So then and he tells me, oh, don't talk to my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I don't talk to girls. Who's your girlfriend? And that was a girl. So then I go in and I expose the guy. So the guy, first of all, is a fake account. Second of all, he's rage baiting, but I still expose him. Was that mature? No. Was that justified? Possibly not. Was there a purpose behind it? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then I made the video. Then the video, she sees it and she's like, yo, why are you including me? I said, no, I said that you didn't do shit. Right? And then I'm posting this other video, right? And it's so fucking funny. I have this great idea because I'm a dumbass. We're filming Tokyo Break the Chain, which is a game that I play on mobile. And I got my friend who she does OnlyFans in game. And she's a really good person. And fuck. She needs money, but isn't willing to put herself news. So OnlyFans, imagine, okay, now I don't want to be a dick. You got 2 women. One of them is extremely beautiful, one of them is naked. As a man, you're gonna be looking for a naked one, you know? So what I do is I have a link to her profile on my page. So I'm technically not promoting the OnlyFans, but you can see the link on the video. So if you were to look for it, which is my friend, right? Now, ultimately speaking, there's also the law aspect of it. A lot of people that watch my videos are minor. I'm gonna say, hey, if I can watch my friend and lingerie, you know, because that's fucked up. So then I have another account, right? And this other account says something like, bro isn't beating the creep accusation. And I look at the profile, and they're following 10 people. And at this point, I'm really posting. So at this point, I'm at 600 followers, 700 followers, right? She's following the same girl that had drama. So then I do put 1 plus 1, and like, you're in the middle of it. So you're involved, right? Then she started giving me shit. And I was like, dude, what was the point of that, right? Why am I talking about this story? I don't even know. Well, the curse system, of course. The curse system. What was the right thing to do? And these are events where, see, this is the kind of situation. Like, you get a lot of hate, right? But most people, and that's a good thing, it's a bad thing too. Most people will not put a face on them being assholes, but some people do. Like, holy shit, you're an asshole, right? So because you know they look like, you can put a face on the name. For example, you know that this person is an asshole. You know what they look like, so when you think that they're an asshole, you see them, right? So care system wise, you have this relationship of I know you. It's like my neighbors are amazing. My neighbors are fucking assholes, right? I'm gonna have more love towards them because they're so fucking nice. But I do know this person. So do I hate them? No. Do I find them assholes? Absolutely. But ultimately, does it bother me? No. Because we're living together and I have to live if I get this. Right? So the care system is I care enough to maintain peace. It's like it would be so easy to go knock on her door and say, fuck you, you're too loud. Right? No, maintain peace. So this is the building, right? But you know them. My father, he said some awful shit, right? Awful shit. Just to hurt people. Because he's in a bad mood. It's hard to be mad at him. This is my father. My mom was very stressed. You know what she looks like. It's you ask yourself why is she so stressed? Then you realize that yeah, she has a reason to be stressed. And then I finally know what I was talking about. We took a side tangent that was crazy, but I finally know what I talk about. Imagine, the biggest problem that you have is making videos. And when you make videos every single day, you see yourself. Think about it, okay? And this is the crazy part. My videos, I yap, and then when I'm done yapping, I yap some more, right? So it's just about talking about how I feel, my state of mind, what my interests are, you know, it's kind of like a journal, if you will, a vlog, right? And you hear me a lot, but I know for myself, this is 3 to 4 hours every single day where I'm looking at myself and I'm talking, right? And ultimately it's super weird because I look at myself and I'm talking. I'm not talking to myself, right? I'm voicing my opinion out loud. Who am I talking to? I don't even fucking know. I don't talk to myself. However, I'm looking at myself, right? And it would be something if you're vain, if you're not vain. But then, by looking at yourself, this is so crazy, but you look at yourself and you're like, I had this problem with making videos, right? And you remind yourself of making videos, and you remind yourself of the problem X, Y, Z, who gives a shit. And then you remember the moment or the exact moment where you had this problem. And you're like, fuck. I can see my own face. I see my own reflection. Right? And that is the crazy part. I was watching Sinner today. I was watching Sinner and it's a shitty movie, I'm sorry. And in Sinner there's two twins. Jumeaux in French. Let's say Jumeaux. Which is Michael B. Jordan and drum roll please. Michael B. Jordan, yeah. Michael B. Jordan. You know? And you look at them and it's so weird because then spoiler, one of them becomes a vampire, becomes the enemy, right? But you're looking at yourself. And when you think about it, it makes sense. When you think about it, it never made more sense than it does now. Because when you think about it, you had a problem with being Ink and being Steph at the same time. And I talked about this before. I talked about this a lot actually. I have a problem with personal life and social life. Because we're so often on here and I give so much in here. So I don't really recognize where Ink starts and Vendetta ends. And I don't really realize where, if I'm playing a character or not. No. Again, when you look at it and when you hear me saying, it doesn't make much sense. But I'll watch my own videos. Not specific much. And I'll laugh at my own joke because I'm gonna be like, okay, I said that, right? Now, the question is, would I say this in a social aspect? Because I don't talk to myself, right? And the answer is probably yes. So when I'm thinking about it, when I'm thinking about the situation, I'm thinking, of course, of, well, the problem was that you don't see yourself as Steph, you see yourself as Ink Vendetta. And you see yourself as Ink Vendetta, so because you see yourself as somebody else, even though it's the same person. And this is all stuff we've been talking for months. Because you don't see yourself as yourself. It's like, again, I'm gonna get so much hate, but fuck it. It's like a trans person. cannot call them by their death name because it's offensive. But imagine growing up and being a dude, and then become a woman, but you still see yourself as a dude, or the opposite. If a woman that sees herself as a woman. Mm? Now there's no physical change for me. Look at myself. Mm? It's weird. It's weird. So at first I'm like, okay, well, I have a problem because I want to be Steph, but I also want to be Ink. And I also want to be Steph because I want to be more Steph. You see, in a perfect world, this is also a big problem. In a perfect world, when the camera turns off, I turn off and I'm myself again. But then, since Ingven and that character and myself are so similar, it's not a really big click. And since we're constantly filming or posting content, or we're constantly working, posting content, editing, when I edit, I hear my voice. Do you think I see the screen now? The sunlight? No, I don't. I constantly see myself as Ink, right? So, at first you think the problem is, well, maybe Ink is taking too much place, right? But then, as much as it's gonna sound crazy, I'm realizing what the real problem was. The real problem. The real problem wasn't seeing myself as Ink. The real problem was not wanting to be Steph, not wanting to be Ink. You know, I'm a people pleaser. And I don't look like it, but I'm a people pleaser. So you have these two sides, right? And because you have these two sides, you're trying to please everybody, right? Your mom, your dad, to make everybody happy. But I had a friend, right? It happened last week. We were working on something together. It was getting complicated and I was in a bad mood because I was tired, right? And I didn't feel like it was going fast enough. I was trying to rush things and they're not a rusher, so I was like, dude, I just want to give up. And then they were pushing me and I was like, no, I'm giving up. And then they were mad because I gave up, right? Which is normal. We're so close. But then, if I don't want to do something, I shouldn't have to do something, right? But I'm a people pleaser, so I force myself to do stuff. What if the problem with me and being Ink wasn't the association? It wasn't the aspect of making content. What if looking at myself equate work? What if hearing myself equate work? What if the only social asset that I had in my life was social media? What if the simple thought of social meant social media, right? So I've been noticing this 2 days ago. It was been a while, but I really noticed it yesterday. And I woke up 2 days ago. 2 days ago, but 1 day ago because I didn't go to sleep yet. So I've been awake since yesterday at 2 p.m. Sorry. So I wake up, I take a shower, and the first thing I do is social media. And I filmed, right? But then the question comes, and I'm like, what if a morning I decide like, hey, I don't want to do this? It feels like a prison. It feels like a self-imposed prison. But do you know they were real, but they exist? Now, what is a self-imposed prison? I'm glad you ask. Self-imposed prison is the following. When I see myself making content, right? When I hear myself, I'm hearing myself make content. When I pick up the phone, it's a work tool, right? But then there's more than that, and this is the worst part. And this is kind of cool because this is material aspect to the situation. My Sorrentino, you know? If you get that joke, you're amazing. If you didn't get it, it's okay, don't worry about it. Not a lot of people will get it. It's, the fact is, I have turned this apartment into my workplace. I've made video in bed, I made videos on the sofa, I made videos on the kitchen, I made videos in the balcony, I made videos in the washroom, you know? So when I wake up in the apartment, because it has become a place of work, which is actually a really positive thing. But I love the apartment, I'm comfortable in the apartment, but it's a really good thing because I see myself in the apartment and I'm like, dude, this is your workplace, you're having fun, right? But at the same time, because it's a workplace, it's hard to disconnect. It's hard to disconnect. So then you go outside. But then when you go outside, you also film. Because you have the habit of filming. One of the worst things that happened to me? Two worst things. The worst thing that ever happened to me. I was out on my scooter. And there was a beautiful sunset. And I had my GoPro with me. But the GoPro, you're not really able to... the GoPro, you're not able to zoom. Like, fuck. This is one of the bestest photos I ever saw. I'm not able to film it, right? I started this video with what? A conversation with my parents. That I was mad because I didn't get to record. And the second time, I'm on my scooter. And I have the GoPro. And the GoPro battery dies. I'm at a lakeshore. And there's a bunch of clouds and they're beautiful. And I'm like, holy fuck. I would kill to film. You know? So every single aspect of your life becomes work. Which is a good thing. Imagine that you self-wire your own brain, unintentionally of course, but you self-wire your own brain to have a FOMO, or a fear of missing out. Little slang here. A fear of missing out, right? And imagine this fear of missing out is associated with work. If somebody told me, hey, I'll grab a coffee, I wouldn't film the coffee, but I would film the going to the coffee. Which is insane. Every single aspect of my life has become work. And again, it's a great thing, right? Think about all those athletes. They gotta watch what they're eating, they're gonna watch what they're doing, they gotta go drinking. Some of them will practice not having sex. To be more aggressive in the court. It's a way of life. If you see bodybuilder, the amount of work it takes is crazy. And now we're doing this mentally. I have this neighbor. You guys know her. And whenever she'll hear me, she hears me, she'll go out. We're both night bird. Night owl, they say. Early bird and night owl, is that it? And because we're both early birds, we're both night owls, whenever I'm outside I'm talking, she gets to talk, she talks to me. Right? And she's very nice, I don't mind. But I say that I'm working. Right? And at first I don't say nothing, but now I'm working and she knows I'm working. She knows. She doesn't care. She wants to talk. Right? And then the better part of me was saying she doesn't understand. She feels lonely, right? She just want to talk and then she'll leave. But then the worst part of me is she was busy. And I talked to her. She would get mad. She goes up to talk to the phone. Imagine, okay? Just imagine. I mean, this is how crazy it is. Imagine. She goes on the phone, right? And she goes on the phone. And I come out and I talk to her. Really rude, huh? And I'm talking to you guys. And I'm filming. Of course I could press pause. Right? But she doesn't follow the conversation. So why do I have to? But then it's like, okay, well, guess what? You gotta be neighborly, you gotta be nice. And it's not because somebody acts in a bad way that you have to act yourself in a bad way. But it's repeated behavior. When I talk about this prison, when I talk about this cannot escape, see, when I had depression this winter, my first thought was still, oh, let's film. My second thought was, do I have enough content to carry me for a couple of months if I don't film? Which I did, right? So that was great. It was absolutely great. But that got me worried. They say a lazy person will always find issues or excuses not to work. They say a hard-working person is somebody that, even though they're working their hardest, still feels like they're not doing enough. Like I said, I'm going to repeat myself, but imagine self-wiring yourself with a FOMO of not working, a FOMO, a fear of missing out events, right? Last year, people said, why did you get a burnout? Why did you go crazy? Because there was this lunar event, there was this sun event, and I need to go out to see this, and I need to answer people, and I need to go live, and I need to go on Twitch, and I need to upload on both the gaming channel and the main channel. I need to answer comments on both channels. You know? That's not the craziest thing. I would look outside because you can see the window from where I work, which is the streaming place. Streaming again. My apartment is boring. All there's to do is play video games, right? Playing video games also is work now. Right? This is just prison of figuring everything out, coupled with fear of missing out on itself is amazing. But it is the fact that it's coupled with, I like that word, coupled. It's the fact that it's coupled with you constantly need to work. Constantly need to experience things. Say, fear of missing out could be, hey, there's an event going on, there's a party going on, go. There's an event going on, and you know that if you're gonna go, you're gonna need to work. Yesterday, with Strawberry Moon, was it? Was it laziness? Or was it a lack of care? See, laziness can be fixed. Lack of care, I can't. I was talking about not with my friend, working with my friends and giving up, right? It wasn't laziness, it was lack of care. It's like, what's the point? Is it gonna really change things? I don't wanna do it, I don't wanna do it. You know? That sucks. That really sucks. That really sucks. Feel like I care. And then, this is bad. selfishly, like almost every night. I hope you know, and I know you know if I. This is bad. Sorry, I had to get the wire. This is bad, but it's also making a lot of sense. Like I was saying, right? Like I care. And this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be insane. Put me in a fucking mental asylum. It's like this guy was his wife. And he fallen out of love with her. And he's falling like you don't care. Again, the care system. Repeating myself, it still makes sense. And he cares. And he's working on a relationship, but he knows deep down that he's not gonna fix it. He knows deep down that he doesn't love her anymore. See, people are mad at cheaters. By the way, I'm not a cheater. I want to say this. Look at mad at cheaters. The real crime isn't cheating. The real crime is staying in a relationship that you don't love. The real crime is staying in a relationship that doesn't serve a purpose. That's a real crime. Right? And now this is the part where I'm put behind bars. But what if that relationship, or what if what you're talking about, what if it was all yourself? What if the husband was tired of seeing his wife every single day? What if I was tired of seeing my face every single day? What if he knew the relationship wasn't going anywhere? What if I knew that making content wasn't going anywhere? What if he started thinking that there's something out there for him? And his way is a better woman. In my case, it's a better situation. See, there just seems something bad then. You understand what I mean? Am I cheating on myself? And cheating on myself would be what? Cheating on myself would be doing something without filming it. Not gonna happen, right? Why? Because I do my phone everywhere. I'm playing Elden Ring right now. You know Elden Ring, you know God is already grafted. I am aiming to graft it and I've drafted my phone to my hips. It's nuts. It's nuts. A year ago, I was told, well, the place of work is closing. You don't got a job anymore. You got a year, or 9 months in this case, to do whatever the fuck you want. And we were 10 of us. How many of the 10 do you think worked? 3, 4, maybe 4? Yeah, okay, let's say 4. How many of them worked every single day of the week? It's a bit harder, right? Let's say 2. Let's say 2 of them are parents and taking care of the kids is a job, right? How many of them can you think you work as hard as I did? Where did it leave you? Right? See, the husband that cheated on his wife isn't because he found another woman, because he's falling out of love. And he doesn't follow those love like, hey, Monday I love you and Tuesday I don't. That's not what happened. That's never what happened. That never has been what happened. Right? I feel a bit out of love. It's like, yeah, it's my relationship, let's work on it. And then they'll have a couple of good days. Where it makes the effort, right? It's like, you know what? I love swimming. They'll go to dates. I'll see a whole photo of them, of the two of you. And how long will it last? Because eventually it's going to come back. I don't love her anymore. I don't care anymore. This is the purpose. With myself, this is the case. When I hit it, again, I hear myself. When I feel, hear myself. It's really hard. I am overdosing on myself. And that's not possible. So it's like Steph. Okay. It's like Steph is overdosing on ink. That's a good way to put it. But where does Steph start and where does ink end? If Steph is overdosing on ink, can you live without ink? Right? Is there a possible life where I stop making content? Possibly. How does that affect my life? I don't know. And it's your change, right? Am I willing to do nothing during days, right? Not streaming, not filming, just doing nothing, right? Or am I not? Let's say I'm not, right? Let's say I take a couple of weeks off. In those couple of weeks, see, it's so dumb. Because whenever I work hard, for example, really good example, really good example. 2 days ago, we worked really hard, really big day. What did I do yesterday? Oh, we still worked, sure. We worked a lot less. Then because we worked a lot less, then the whole of the effort that we did the first day to make a lot of content is kind of wasted. Because you did a lot of content the first day, but if you put the 2 days, okay. You're making a peanut butter sandwich, and you see a full spoon of peanut butter. It's like, yo, it's a lot of peanut butter. It's like, yo, there's for 2 sandwich. And you see the amount per sandwich, like, oh, that's not a lot, right? Yeah. You could know the content. So then you're in a situation where you worked hard one day and you're proud of yourself, but you have to push yourself to work hard one day, and then you get fatigued. Right? But then this whole channel, this whole filming myself talking in 4 years, right? What if it was all a self-discovery journey? A self-introspection journey. And it never really happened to me. I never really did it. Now, why does it feel so weird? Maybe what feels so weird is that I am willing and understand that I'm a different person. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's it. Who knows? Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. If I die selfishly like almost every night, you know that I'm no angel. If I try, if you show me love, you got me so fade out. Rapper got to go. You know. Okay. Good. Go. I die selfishly like almost every night. I hope you know that I'm no angel. Fine. Selfishly like almost every night. I hope you know that I'm no angel. I do. Do, do. Almost every night I know you know that I'm no angel if I try. Okay, let's go, baby, let's go. Ay, ay, ay. Don't blink, it's blink. Welcome to Vocal Direction. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 12th June 2025. Yeah, is that good? It's, Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to Vocal Direction. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 12th June 2025. Today we are of course talking about Spenny versus Kenny, or Kenny versus Penny. Wanted to do it once with Spenny in front. We talked about season 3. We did the half yesterday. Let's finish this up. And it's super good mood. It is super early. It is early AF. But I feel like I'm gonna go sleep, so let's just enjoy it. The first episode is gonna be season 3, episode 7 with Spooler. A personal favorite of mine. I gotta say, let's do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm done. Only selfishly, like almost. Devant nous, je devant